I recently played in the Aegis PvE TFT tournament, and it's safe to say I did not play too well. So this is a great example of how not to play a TFT tournament. The dude. And I mean, just loading up here, I have a few lines that I want to lean toward. Mainly Mel, Noxus, which I actually made a guide on, and as well as Seraphine Singe. This was before the patch, where the comp was still fairly broken and still fairly unknown.
Bruisers and Invokers, Jervin Dude as well. I'm playing them.
So here we see Bruisers and Invokers. I'm probably leaning more like Silas. Yeah, I am tweaking. I'm very nervous here. It was a big tournament, unfortunately, nerves got to me, it is what it is. Briar is just a good unit early game, especially in that patch that this was played on.
Kog'Maw too. Arcanist.
And yeah, I mean, just some interesting units from the orbs. Mainly Teemo. I'm always, thinking about the Yordles. I don't end up going reroll this game, thinking that, reroll is, not as strong. Maybe it's a better top 4, especially because I was just trying to top 4 this game. But I'm looking at my opener and I'm thinking it looks very solid, and the opener was good this game. It was just the mid game that was heavily misplayed by me. And so right here, the augment selection, there's some interesting choices. I was contemplating for a second this speedy double kill augment, especially since I have a good tank item to slam, but I don't really have anyone to put it on, so I will just end up re-rolling a bunch of these. I mean, solo play also an interesting choice. Yeah, so we do end up seeing solo leveling, which on Vego this patch was really strong. So I decided that solo leveling was probably just the best choice, especially because it's really good for econ, since I, as I do here, I can
solo leveling Vego is really good. We'll get 2 item components as well. Make 10.
Yeah, those 2 item components also going to come in really handy. So now it's just about sort of seeing what I get on the carousel, right? I obviously see, there's a few items I see here. Mainly I want Rod or Tier for either an Archangels or Morellos or Blue Buff.
Killed another. Killed 2.
And I mean, sadly I can't slam really any items on this video. I do think about it for a while. I think I probably should have, and I decided not to. I mean, I think it was an okay choice. But I mean, yeah, this stage 2 is mainly just Viego, right? There's not really much to do apart from holding potential units that I want. Sort of scouting around. Yes, you see me scouting what other people are doing, so I can sort of see what I'm gonna play.
Savage Pin. Maybe it's Sarah Singed.
And yeah, there is, I would not say that Sarah Singed was I think the way I played Seraphine Singed this game was a mistake.
Kill one more?
Definitely just not used to the leveling to 8 and 9 on this set quite yet, which was ultimately my downfall.
Why do you get enough, sir?
I mean, also one of the other reasons that I was heavily leaning towards Seraphine Singed versus the medarda comp, which I usually would lean towards, is because it's a lot harder to unlock the Noxus unit here, right? Because obviously, to unlock LeBlanc, you play a sign with 2 items. I can't do that because first of all, I don't have 2 items. Second of all, don't have enough team slots. As well as, not enough team slots, I would never be able to play the Draven to get the gold, right? Which is why I thought Seraphine singed, I'm gonna be rich, I might as well go for it.
It has to be Rod, right? I guess sword is fine. I think I won. I guess that's good. Why do we like to? 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 Why hey? Up the crowd. Demacia. Boom! Boom! Guess this case playing bird as well. That's good, that is good. Okay, you slam Arc or you slam Morello? You slam Arc.
And I mean, yeah, the reason I got excited there is because obviously, people are contesting Bard Scion, and like, once you sort of commit to Bard, it's difficult to sort of pivot out of him, which is why I was happy, because obviously getting contested, playing a reroll line is good for me, right? Means less opponents to worry about, hopefully. You slam Arc, so yeah, I do contemplate for a while here whether I should slam Archangels or Morello. The reason for that is because there's an augment that gives you an Archangels as well as some bonus stats,
Okay.
which is what I was thinking I might get.
I can't slam
spoilers,
it.
I do actually get that augment later on. And there I'm referring to if I slam the Giant's Belt, I would unlock Yorick, which would just take up extra slots. I think, in hindsight, maybe I should have just slammed it, but I don't think it made too much of a difference in these fights. So that's why I was so hesitant whether I should slam Morello or Archangels, especially because I feel like with Archangels you sort of commit more to the singed.
I don't want to unlock Viego.
Yeah, so I think, like, next time if I was in this spot, I would always build Morello first, especially because Morello is just a better item end game, probably, and because of the fact that that augment does exist, and also because of the fact that it is Teemo, it's +2 rerolls. There's a lot that can happen.
It's good.
And I mean, yeah, 2 losses into 3 win streak, especially with this augment, is very good. Lots of econ, which is kind of going to be important later on. I think if I didn't have as much econ, I would have actually probably won this game. But I just got, unfortunately, I got greedy. Now the one downside of this augment is that you don't really get to hold units or like play them, right? So it's a lot harder to sort of assemble a board here. I think the board I assemble is ultimately fine for what I'm trying to play towards, right? I see these are Union units, I do just like to play them. Leona Targon is always good, right? Targon is just an easy splashing trait.
ET?
And yeah, but by this point, seeing the items, I'm fully committed to the singed, so I will be trying to build items for him. So I do build the BT, which people want for singed. And I'm just sort of scanning, looking at the items, possibly a Nashor's Tooth or a Shiv for the Seraphine, which is the other carry in this comp that I'm trying to play towards. So now, here I do slam it on Veo, but the problem is it unlocks Yorick. Now, I actually think it's not as bad as you think to unlock units. I mean, these are 2-cost units, I'm going to be looking for 4 costs. But I actually sell them just because I'm that sort of in my head about, oh, I really don't want to unlock this unit. And I play a Draven instead, which is also kind of a mistake because of what he can do. And I mean, yeah, I summon the static Shiv here for Seraphine later on. It looks like I probably will end up winning this round as well, which is surprising.
That's why. I guess I have to.
And I mean here, there's a lot of augment, like Golemify is interesting, but yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's me referring back. So yeah, there's the Archangel augment I was talking about earlier, and I say I guess I have to because it is just a really good augment, stats-wise, for what it gives us singed. But it does, now I have 2 Archangel, which is a little awkward. Making the Morale would obviously be better, but it's still not as bad as it could be. This Ambessa actually proves to be sort of a beast. With these items winning me a bunch of runs that I probably should not be winning. I also think just this Noxus splash and trait was just really good, making me save more HP than I probably would have, or probably than I would have otherwise.
I don't want this guy to generate a gold though.
I'm just skipping ahead a little bit. We're in the carousel now. We are trying to build towards the Morella, which is the final singed item that we're trying to build. I do end up getting the Morella, which is good. It's always good to build an item. But my board's looking a little awkward, but the HP is looking really good, especially for the singed unlock, which requires us to lose HP. And this spot is looking pretty good. And now skipping all the way to the start of stage 4. I do decide not to level here, because I do also want to lose a round, so I can unlock singed, which is what I'm trying to do.
I know I want to lose and go 9.
So I talk about going 9, which this comp, yes, it does, it's really good to go level 9 here. However, it's always good to stabilize on level 8. But I have a lot of gold, and I'm almost level 8. So why not just go level 9, right? Surely it can't be that bad. I end up getting a good loss here.
Good loss, good loss.
But it's not enough. It's really not enough, so I will be second the next round. Here's the augment selection once again. Looking back, the best option here would be to go Coronation and roll at level 8. Instead, I roll past it and I go Tiny Bit Deadly, I think because of Tiny Bit Deadly is just a little funny, especially with Singed running all around the map. So I am level 8 with a good bit of gold, but I still don't have Singed unlock. I do roll a little bit. I find the Seraphine and I decide that it's good enough, right? Because I also want to just be losing these rounds. So I will wait for Singed before rolling. Here you just see me putting on Juggernauts, just so I make sure that I unlock the Singed, right? Because of the other unlock requirement.
I'll roll for 2-star Seraphine, I think. Or, I don't know. I need Swain Tarek as well.
Swain Tarek as well, that is one of the biggest problems that ended up here, because I thought about it and I thought to myself, well, no one's playing Seraphine Singed, my 4 costs will be available to me, and they were, even though this roll down is pathetic by the looks of it. But here's the thing, I did not hit a single Swain or Tarek because everyone else had already rolled at, 4-1, 4-2, and I'm here rolling at 4-3 like a dumbass, literally selling half my board and rebuilding everything. I do find some 5 costs, which is okay, but apart from that, this roll down was not really that good, and I do really think that the best play was to just roll more on level 8 and try and stabilize earlier, as opposed to now where my best tank is a Shyvana
Slow. That's fine though.
And yeah, you can see my face here. I know that it's probably over at this point, even though there are still potential, especially because of how broken Singed is.
Character. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna go 9.
And that right there is the biggest mistake that I made this game.
Even though I don't think I'm ever hitting 10.
It was the decision to go level 9 and not stabilizing enough, especially because of how close I did end up getting to top 4, which is all I really needed this game. But I mean, yeah, you can just see that even though I'm not gonna win this round, Singed is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The augments are really good for Singed here, and the items are really good for him. Yeah.
I went to Ziggs as well. Swing to fiddle, everyone's hitting their boards. Swing to fiddle to medarda. Am I cooked? That might be cooked. I should have rolled. Another Tarek too.
And now here it is, the biggest round of the entire game. It's going up on mine and rolling for some units. I mean, I'll just let the footage play out, but I do see some things. I mean, Singe 2 is really good here, Fiddlesticks 2 surprisingly good. But it's still, in the end, it's not going to be enough just because the front line is not there and the damage output is not there, because I do never actually see a Surfing 2, I don't believe, this entire game, right? I think I end up hitting a 0-2, and I move the items, but even that, I've just bled out way too much HP here, right? I don't really have a real tank. My backline damage just sort of is lacking, and Singed is the only really unit doing anything. And so even though I will win some rounds, I will ultimately go down this stage and die. And yeah, I think this game was overall poorly played by me, and you should probably never play like this. And I probably never will play like this again.
My Singe just died! Arrgh!
I'll let my hands do the talking.
I guess I'm just praying now. I should have rolled at 8. I don't know what I'm doing going 9. Arrgh! That's gold. See. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a fucking hero. Oh my god.
Witness the strength of Noxus. Give yourselves to Shireen. This is for my father.